Hey you guys, Rebecca here, back with part 2 of some modifications you can do to your strength training program to continue to lift safe while pregnant. I am still squatting, I am still deadlifting, and I am still doing push-ups. So here's some tips that will help you be able to do all 3 of those movements safely for you and your baby. So barbell squats, still doing them. Couple of things that you need to do. Be mindful of your stance. That is one big one that I had to change pretty immediately. You'll know the moment you try to do it regular, your body will tell you, this doesn't feel right. So you have to make a modification for it. So I still do a barbell squat, but now I just have to do a wider stance. Form's still the same. You still want to keep your chest more upright. You want to drop as low as you can with comfort. Everything else stays the same. So I'm just going to show you what a barbell squat looks like for me now. You go underneath it. And then I'm going to go through, this is a much wider stance for me. I'm still keeping my chest upright. I'm going to as deep as I can go with good form, squeezing those glutes at the top. So barbell squat, still happening with good form, and again, safe for my baby. Second thing is a deadlift. So the deadlift also has changed for me. Another thing that you have to change is your stance sometimes. So I can't do a conventional deadlift anymore because it is just uncomfortable to keep a more narrow stance. So now I go to a wider stance or a sumo stance. Those seem to feel more comfortable for me now. So you can do the exact same thing, but now you're going to a wider stance. So my feet are gonna go wide, my hands are gonna go more narrow, and I'm gonna still do a basic deadlift, but it feels a lot more comfortable to me and my child. So deadlift. Last one we're gonna go into is a push-up. I can still get away with doing push-ups on the floor right now because my belly is not too far forward, but here's the deal. You wanna make sure you have really, really good form. You don't wanna have any coning in your stomach, so make sure you have that down if you're still doing them from the floor. If your belly is coming out a little bit more, you're gonna need to elevate them, which I'm not far from that. So when you're doing a push-up, that's the only difference. So you're now not gonna have anything in the way when you're doing your basic push-up. So now I can just go here to the bench and everything's exactly the same, but nothing's in the way of my belly and I can still do a full range of motion. That's what's really important. So being able to still do full range of motion push-ups because you don't want to compromise your form and still not, again, having your belly in the way. So these are 3 movements I'm still doing through my strength training program with little modifications that are still keeping me going and making me feel strong. So hopefully they will help you too.